I'm so excited to show you this tutorial today because for two reasons. One is I met Matilda at Billabong on a photo shoot and I just loved her peaches and cream skin and that beautiful light blonde hair, and I knew straight away that I wanted to create a modern Australian bride look on her. And the other reason is that I have closed the chapter of doing weddings and I wanted to finish that off with my heart on a wedding look. So I got started here with a primer on the eyes, and that's going to keep the eyeshadow on all day long without it moving. You can wear this by itself too. And then over the top I'm taking this light peach colored eyeshadow and I'm popping that all across the lid, and when there's not much left on my brush I'll take that upwards towards the brow. I just soften that underneath the brow with my fingers there so it doesn't look too full on. And in the crease I'm popping this Whisper. It's actually a blush color, but I'm using it as an eyeshadow, and I'm defining the crease with this color. It comes up quite almost orange on the eye, but then once I put the next layer of color on top of that, it's going to be beautifully subdued. You'll really like the end result. I'm using the crease brush, which is so great for blending. It does half the work for you and it's soft, and the tip of it is nice and round and it fits into that crease socket very well. And now I'm taking the pewter color from this eyeshadow trio and I'm popping that into the outer corner of the eye, and then I'll take that across into the crease also. This color combination, I can't totally explain to you why I chose it, but I just knew to use these colors on Matilda. That's how I always do my makeovers. I just close my eyes, I get really quiet, and I picture the person in my head and I just allow the colors to come to me, and this is what I got with Matilda. I really like that warmth underneath this pewter color. It softens, it gives this beautiful soft look, but also defines the eye, which I love. I really like to push that eyeshadow in with my fingers so that it's nice and blended. And taking that same pewter shadow with a small angle brush, and I'm smooshing that into the lash line. It's going to be very, very subtle, but it will give definition to the lash line. I love using eyeliner as an eyeshadow as an eyeliner because it's very forgiving. It's hard to make a mistake. And now you'll see me taking those two colors that I put in the crease, and I'm following those through and underneath the eye area. I always start from the outside corner and work my way to the inner, and here I'm now finishing that off with a highlight color on the inner corner of the eye. Giving those lashes a good curl. This makes such a difference and it's worth spending the time doing it. And applying a really nice thick layer of mascara on those lashes. And now prepping the skin with some primer. That's going to make the foundation sit beautifully, and just the foundation will smooth onto the skin so easily after putting this primer on. And I'm using Liquid Minerals today. This is a treatment anti-aging foundation and it plumps the skin straight away. It gives a sheer to medium coverage, and then I finish off the foundation coverage with a powder foundation. So this is a two-step foundation process that I'm using. I am using a foundation brush here, however you can use your fingers also. It's really a personal preference thing. This foundation has coenzyme Q10, which is an anti-aging ingredient, and every single one of my clients that I get onto this foundation, they always come back to me and say that they notice a difference in their skin, and once I get them onto it, they can't go to anything else. It happens all the time. My clients say to me, I could never go to anything else after this. Lightening and brightening underneath the eye area. It's one of my key steps in makeovers, and I recommend that every woman does this because it's going to make the entire face look more youthful, light and bright. I use an under eye concealer for this called Circle Delete. It's a nice creamy texture and it counteracts the darkness underneath the eye. And then I set that with a powder, and this ensures that it stays on all day long. There is that fine balance of wanting to set it without going too far and without it being cakey looking. And here you'll see I'm applying my lighter colour from the contour kit, and I pop that underneath the eyes there, the centre of the forehead, down the centre of the nose and the centre of the chin. I always go really slow with my layers and I build up slowly rather than going in really full coverage straight away. I just am very gentle with the brush and I want it to look as skin-like as possible but still even. And here I'm applying her foundation powder. This is in the colour that matches her skin tone, and I'm using a flocked sponge as that gets the product on quickly and with good coverage. And I just use a patting action and pat that all over the rest of the skin, the outskirts of the face. Because remember, we put the lighter colour from the contour and highlight kit on the central parts of the face, and now we're putting this on all the other parts. And I like to use this foundation as a concealer too, to conceal any redness on the face. There's always redness around the nose on most women, and it's really great to conceal your blemishes with this also. It won't move all day and it doesn't look cakey at all. It just covers so flawlessly. I'm using the sculpting brush for this, which is designed to conceal with the powders. I'm popping on some individual false lashes here. That's going to give this whole makeover a real wow finish. Because I am doing a modern Australian bride, I'm just adding that little bit of extra glam with the lashes. And here I'm just popping some mascara on the bottom lashes. I'm lightly filling in Matilda's brows here, and I'm using the brow kit. It's the Great Shape Brow Kit, which has the powder, the angle brush, and it also has a putty that holds those hairs in place and gives them a really nice sheen. It's really important to continue to brush those eyebrows as you fill them in. Adding my blush here. Blush is one of my favourite products. It brings so much life to the face. It just makes me smile even thinking about blush. Just those gorgeous baby doll cheeks. I love that look. And I always soften my blush with the foundation on the flocked sponge. And adding the contour here to really sculpt those cheekbones. I start from the top half of the ear, sorry, not the half, the top part of the ear, and I take that down the cheekbone and I kind of aim for in between the nose and in between the corner of the mouth. So corner of the nose, corner of the mouth, that's your aiming point. And I take it into the temples there. And also down along the jawline, very gently. And again, softening that off, making sure that it's so blended and it just looks like it's coming from within. I'm lining the lips with a lip liner that really just replicates Matilda's natural lip colour. It's going to give her lips some nice definition. It's called Spice. It's really nice creamy texture. And I'm adding some cream blush as her lip colour. I also did pop a little bit of this on the cheeks as well. It's got a little bit of a gold fleck through this pink, which kind of ties into that apricot color on the eyes too. And I thought I'd just do a really quick few shots of what I did with Matilda's hair, which I created an S bend curl in her hair, just so it had this really natural wave to it. She already has a natural wave to her hair, and all I'm really doing is enhancing that wave on the top parts of her hair. I added a little bit of sea salt spray and I teased the roots. I also teased the ends of the hair like you see me doing here with my hands, also with a comb. It's kind of like that real wild hair, but yet beautiful, wild but beautiful. And here I'm just picking up little pieces from the top and letting them fall down, giving it some beautiful volume. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed doing it on Matilda. You don't have to wear this for a wedding. You could really wear this anywhere, couldn't you? It's a gorgeous natural makeup look with a little bit of glam.